We've built it up just to fall apart. Try to leave them wanting more. As we scream and we fight, carry on through the night. But the problem is never the cure. Every day we try to pay better than the lies and the sins. All the love, all the hate feel like one and the same. I only sink before I swim. I swear this time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. This time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'll forget all the dreams that we told our hearts and the pain that's there to start. Try to find what is safe from the scars that replace, like the faithful that converts. I swear this time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. This time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'm standing round. We sing it out. The Legion of the Underground. This time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. So many teams playing at a faster pace nowadays. Tonight, though, Kenny, we see lots of half-court sets.
Yeah, because it takes craft to run an offense in the half court. You just can't run up and down and jack shots up. This is winning time, half court basketball. And you find the matchups and you exploit them, Ernie.
And you have to remain patient. You have to remember, Ernie, it's chess, not checkers.
What were you better at, chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Have you played chess?
Never.
King me.
That's checkers.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
That's chess.
Yeah. It's just checking. Make sure you knew.
Checking, get it?
No.
Checkmate, checking.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel very stupid. Here's Kevin Harlan.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz. At point guard, Ricky Rubio. At small forward, Joe Ingles. At the other forward position, Darren Favors. At the other guard position, Donovan Mitchell. At center, Rudy Gobert. The head coach of the visiting team is Quinn Snyder. And now your Miami Heat starting lineup. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 2, Wayne Ellington. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 16, James Johnson. Starting at the other forward position, at 6'3", number 17, Rodney McGruder. The other guard, at 6'6", number 0, Josh Richardson. Starting at center, at 7'0", Number 21,
Hassan Whiteside.
Eric Spoelstra is your head coach. Your Miami Heat!
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they leave for Utah right after the game. They know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And seeing where Utah is, they've gotten off to the kind of start teams just dread. They've already dug a nice hole for themselves.
They do have the talent necessary to get it turned around quickly. They won't want to wait too much longer to do it, but they can still make it a productive season.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Jazz. Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Mitchell's shot is good. Well, we're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress. Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Miami with the ball. Heat moving the ball around. Down low. Here's Ellington, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. Rubio's got his first bucket in this one. In the corner, it's Ellington. Lots of room. Kept alive. Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Johnson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
It's just so great to see ball movement like this, and he is excellent at getting his teammates involved.
Knocked loose. Ellington finds Whiteside. Second chance shot. No good that time. So Utah will take it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A-game. To me, guys, Donovan Mitchell gives evidence and credence to the notion that drafting players is more art than science. Think about it. This guy taken 13th. Not much was expected. But all of last year, he was neck and neck in the heat of the Rookie of the Year talk.
One side.
And with Mitchell being slept on, motivated him into Doris a great rookie season.
Well, Jimmy Butler said Mitchell plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I'll tell you, he does seem to have that me against the world approach. And whatever his motivation, Kevin, it's working.
And taken away by Johnson. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. The pass to Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean,
Wow, get out of the way. Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
Chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Toronto. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Miami just way behind.
And when you look at Miami, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
Yeah, I think if that next step was coming, it would have happened by now. They can't be worried about could-haves and should-haves. They need to be focused 100% on the push for the playoffs. Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Ellington. A three-pointer off the mark.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Fires from deep. Favors with the rebound.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Bucket is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second.
Doris, you know, you watch the athleticism that Mitchell has, and it's a surprise he didn't go any higher in the draft.
Well, this is a guy who had so many highlight reel dunks in his young career, proven scorer over the course of the 82-game season. But listen, Mitchell wasn't a scorer at Louisville, so it's not surprising what happened in the draft.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
What is really compelling to me is the way the Utah Jazz team plays defense. Yes, it starts with the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, but there is commitment and there is great structure in what they want to do on the defensive end, and I'll tell you, it is absolutely suffocating at times.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And for the Jazz, defense is the identity this team builds around.
When you look at nearly every defensive metric from a season ago, the Jazz were near the top in most. They are great at forcing turnovers, great at closing out possessions with excellent defensive rebounding, and they do a great job of bothering shots and rotating in necessary positions. I love this team on that end of the floor.
Richardson against Rubio. Back to Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Now, here's Ellington. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Miami with the ball, following the bucket by the Jazz. Magruder kicks to Ellington. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Mitchell, that's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Assisted.
Rubio's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Heat trail by 14. Timeout called the Heat.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. And not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting for what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Only boy in the party. I was on the phone. Yeah, I will play with Gotti. Come on, that's got some. Hearts all on my card. I was in the lamb card. He was in the water. I'ma keep on flexing. You don't like me, then I'm sorry. Sassy down, sassy up. Do too much, shit too much. Ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Where you from? Down it out. Going nuts, going down. Sassy down, sassy up. Do too much, too much. Ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Where you from? Down it out. Going nuts, going nuts.
And Miami making a change here. Wade's checked in. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Mitchell.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Here's Richardson. A 20-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. He had stolen by Ingles. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Utah. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Mitchell connects on the 17-footer. Mitchell's got 30.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Richardson kicks to Johnson. Over Favors. Johnson can't hit. Utah leading by 18. Here's Mitchell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
You talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you've functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, unbelievable. You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
And it's Wade with the ball for the Miami Heat. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Well, Kevin, I talked to him about the shot blockers they face in this matchup. He said if we can play a little more up-tempo and score before their bigs can recover and get set, that'll help. Also, putting them on the move in half-court sets, whether ball screens or screen and roll, can help as well. We'll see if his team executes his game plan, Kevin.
That's great, David. Thanks. With the kind of tough D they're facing today, he's hoping they can get off to a quick start.
And it's essential. When you're facing a strong defensive team, the last thing you can afford to do is fall behind early.
Agreed, Greg, because you're not going to mount a comeback against these guys. A strong first half is absolutely essential if they're going to win this thing.
Puts up a three, hits it from three-point range.
Well, this guy has turned himself into a solid three-point threat. Dwayne Wade, early in his career, put a ton of time in to make sure he could make shots from out there.
And the basket by Ingles.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Wade against Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Knocks it loose and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Rubio. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Adebayo with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 37 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The shot by Wade, no good. Jazz leading by 22. Crowder with it, now guarded by Winslow. The shot's good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Heat shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Double team on Wade. In the corner, Winslow with it. Richardson gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Wade outside. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. Hassan Whiteside on top.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Pass to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Good ball movement here by Miami.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
See, these difficult finishes take incredible concentration, and Dwayne Wade is accustomed to taking those hits.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
1:32 left to play here in the first. Passes it to Whiteside. In the corner, it's Richardson. Back to Whiteside. He kicks it to Winslow. 13 feet away. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Wade passes to Whiteside. Oh, Whiteside in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, the basketball mind that Dwayne Wade possesses is so special. What understanding and feel for where his guys will be.
And the basket by Ingles.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Back to Richardson. Pass to Winslow. Here's the three. Rebound, Utah.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And that one drops.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And it's Wade with the ball for the Heat. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Dishes it to Richardson. They double him with Mitchell. Back to Wade. Lays it up off the glass. Wade's got 7.
Well, this is perhaps the best weapon in Dwayne Wade's very varied arsenal. The feel in the paint, incredible.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so it's Utah in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's really key to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
I mean, an interesting, the pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like deflections, hands on basketballs, resulting into steal. Pretty to watch.
Winslow and Olynyk forward spots. D-Wade out there with Josh Richardson. And it's up to 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark in today's NBA, but it is on point.
Goes up again, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
2.
The first one falls. We now have rules that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about touch and vision.
For Miami, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Ellington dishes to Olynyk. The pass to Adebayo. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
Here's Cephalosha, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cephalosha's got 4 points in the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Cephalosha with the steal. Ball going up court. And Cephalosha with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Wade on the wing. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Well, at 7 feet, Kelly Olynyk doesn't have to go far for the flush.
Here's O'Neal. And Utah again with the bucket.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Heat have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Ellington kicks to Olynyk. There's the triple. And no good that time. And Utah the other way now.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
It's good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Miami shooting around 41% on the night. Wade finds Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's O'Neal. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Wade. Up again. Here's Adebayo. Tries yet again. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I'll tell you, good things always come when you've got players who work hard for second chance opportunities.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Utah with a change here, too. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you.
It's no mistake that we both like space and David Attenborough and lemonade and anime. You walked in, I wanted to you. I'd fallen, but I tried to keep. It's cliche, but I got to tell you, 'cause I just wanna make a grown man cry. I just wanna make a grown man cry.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Winslow. Averaging 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him. Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
O'Neal kicks to Cephalosha. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Thabo Cephalosha up there in age, Doris now, but still very much a nuisance on defense.
You're right, Kevin. He's got those long arms to bother shots. He doesn't fall for a lot of fakes, sticks with his man through screens. This guy's versatile enough to guard 2s and 3s. Plenty to like with Thabo.
The Heat have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And the Heat call time here. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the defense.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat.
James Johnson.
And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for Utah.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that backcourt.
To the middle, here's Ellington. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Cephalosha against Johnson. Johnson with the defensive effort. Ellington with it. 10 points for him. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. And you look at Korver, he's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Josh Richardson.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's what they do with their three-point shooting. They can demoralize a defense. I mean, there are some sleepless nights after having to face any one of those guys.
And good that time.
Kyle Korver sending a message, I'm not just a three-point shooter. Give him an opportunity close, and he takes advantage.
To the paint, and stolen by Favors. Now, here is O'Neal. He's tightly guarded. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
The Heat have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
And Exum comes to help. Now Winslow. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. Tipped away. Stolen by O'Neal. The 9-foot shot. Cephalosha misses.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
And stolen by Cephalosha. Over Johnson. Cephalosha's shot is good. Cephalosha's got 10 points.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Johnson, the pass to Ellington. To the inside. Here's Olynyk. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Korver. It's deflected.
Okay, Kelly Olynyk getting up high for that rejection. At 7 feet, that length comes in handy.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. His last 10 games, 2nd in field goal percentage, 6th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. There's the double team with Korver. Inside, and the dunk by Winslow.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he'd read the play.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside comes in for Olynyk, and it's Richardson in for Wayne Ellington.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one misses.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And stolen by Whiteside. Here's Magruder. 11 points last game. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Here's Exum, and Whiteside sends it back, and he recovers it. Here's Magruder, covered by Rubio. Magruder kicks to Richardson. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 6.
Well, I'll tell you, great job by Crowder to free himself up, an aggressive interior scorer.
To the middle, here's Johnson. Here's Whiteside. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Crowder. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Crowder with the steal. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Don't you love the way Jay Crowder slashes into the teeth of the defense? Superb at penetrating towards the cup.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Utah shooting a terrific 61% in the second quarter. Exum. It's hauled in by the Heat. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And now Utah, fast break. Exum leading the charge.
Well, Dante Exum quickly out into transition in the open floor. You cannot lose this guy.
Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And it's Magruder in the corner. Again, the miss by the Heat. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. Favors attacking. Over Whiteside, and again it's Utah.
Well, Derek Favors has developed terrific form, and it's nice to see him continue to develop this mid-range.
Favors brings the double, and Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. Wade's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Cephalosha. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Exum. And the Jazz call time here. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
Tick, 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 boom, can't get you out of the room of my head. Take 2, is it too soon to get you in my? I want you now, I need you off the ground. I want you not loud, I want you right now. I can't have it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever clean.
They double-team Johnson. And stolen by Favors. Jumps up, and a slam dunk by Favors.
Well, how about the grittiness of Favors on the defensive end? Clogs up the passing lanes with his length, and it leads to an easy one.
And the Heat shooting 46% on their attempts in the second quarter. Knocks it loose. Over to the wing. Here's Magruder. Ingles covering. Wade, good. Wade's got 9.
I'll tell you, good work to pound it down low and finish in tight.
The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
Inside Richardson kicks to Magruder.
Inside dose!
Favors against Whiteside. Richardson score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Good, that's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
When he's determined to finish, Donovan Mitchell is so good powering through whatever the defense puts in his path.
The Jazz have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah.
One shot.
And he needs to get back to what he was doing in that first quarter when he was in attack mode, drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Richardson the pass to Adebayo. 1:29 left in the second quarter. The offensive rebound, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity. And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
Snatched up. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. But they'll get another chance. Here's Ingles. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Richardson the bounce pass. Here's Magruder, defended by Gobert. Bucket is good. Whiteside's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Rubio outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Down low, here's Whiteside. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Utah out in front, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 2 steals, and 4 assists. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
As we return to South Florida, a fantastic view of that famous stretch of sand, Miami Beach. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
I don't know how you're not a big fan of his game. He plays fast, aggressive, and if you let him get to the rim, he leaves nothing to chance.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So on the floor for Utah, Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Richardson for 3, drops in the tray. Richardson's got the first field goal of the second half for the Heat.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can...
Oh!
Yes.
Goodness.
If you see Donovan Mitchell finding his rhythm, you're in for a long night. He is effortless offensively.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. To the inside. Rebound, Utah. Favors has got 6 rebounds in the game. The drive. Oh!
My goodness. Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
The Heat shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Passes it to Whiteside. Johnson right side. Pass to Magruder. Five on the clock. Wants to get it to Ellington and does. The shot, no good. Good D by Mitchell. And yep, another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Many were hoping for Rudy Gobert to take on a bigger scoring load last year, and Doris, it didn't happen.
Well, obviously, Rudy Gobert's main impact is going to be as the stifle tower, that effective defender. He's got to continue to work on the offensive end of the floor.
Shooting one.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Poke loose. Magruder kicks to Richardson. The pass to Ellington. Looking to end the run. Traps in the tray. Ellington's got 15 points.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Richardson finds Ellington. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And that one's good by Favors.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
Favors brings the double. Pass to Magruder. Back to Richardson. Clock at 6. Here's Whiteside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Magruder. Heat moving the ball around. Bounce pass from Ellington. Here's Whiteside. Rebounded by the Jazz. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Favors and Derek Favors with the slam.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot, and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Johnson. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Utah. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Ball's knocked loose. The Heat have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Richardson against Rubio. Pass to Ellington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Here's Mitchell. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. Three-pointer Ellington. And the 3 ball is good. Ellington's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Heat. Here's Mitchell. A second chance effort. And Gobert with the lay-in.
You know that old expression, you can't teach size, but Gobert showing great effort as well. I love that he creates second chance opportunities.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Ellington, the pass to Olynyk. A good finish at the rack off the slick field. Olynyk's got 10 points.
Boy, you can't pin their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
Utah calls timeout.
She think it's how to feel. In my business, pull up in my crib. I got people locked in like they train for. Asking for forgiveness, I never said you have it. Pulling all these, like, do you really want attention? Photo shoot the second I go out. Catch me chillin' with Offset and Lulu out. You gotta give a resume so I can see what you're about. Yo, snatch up, yo, camera, I need things like astronaut. Please don't make me pull up on you. Like Tom Sawyer, like to get right to the point. And my sneakers match my sweater. I got hella sauce like soy. Like my dad, I'm the man. Don't wanna see me mad. What you doing is you lost. Go ahead and call a cab. Hey, yesterday my mother called me. She told me that she be worried about my food and what I eat. And I told her it's calorie. When I got no plans, sipping on it after dinner. You say you hang with the man. I see him when I'm in the mirror. Pull a meal, in the day ain't even have to deal on your. Every day I just be sipping chamomile. That's a pill. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. Then for the Jazz, Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Favors. Royce O'Neal comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Korver. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. He has 6.
Wow, the pre-shot preparation of Kyle Korver gets himself square. What a soft-looking jumper.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Korver, good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Rebounded by the Jazz. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And that comes off the assist by Exum. 10 points for Kyle Korver.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Now the pass to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
You know, it's an invaluable asset to have. He's as tenacious down there as anyone.
To the middle, here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Now, here's Exum. Richardson covering. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
Well, there's no doubt the motor Exum has. This guy is getting more and more confident to take these shots.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And now, a look at Rudy Gobert here. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in shooting percentage, 7th in rebounding. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Korver, no luck. Miami has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Here's Winslow. Olynyk trying to break loose. Winslow's shot is off. Pass to Cephalosha. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cephalosha's got 12.
Assist from.
And Miami shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And 5 turnovers here. He set his team back on the offensive end.
And some changes here for the Heat. Bam Adebayo comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Korver. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his 4th rebound in this one. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Kicks to Winslow. And the Heat, another 3.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Here's Korver. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
Assist from.
Exum's got 5 assists tonight.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
It's stolen by Gobert. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Boy, Kev, how about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target, makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
And for the Heat, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Wade. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Wade's got 11.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. 16 points for Kyle Korver.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Winslow, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
Utah calls timeout.
Timeout call.
And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat, Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Checked in for Utah. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Rudy Gobert, number 1. Derek Favors is second.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And all with an outstanding work ethic as well. Constant effort and motion. Always doing whatever they can to get the best possible position and the ultra-high percentage shot.
And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Listen, this is the consummate team player. Kyle Korver is all about sharing the basketball when he sees the opportunity.
Jazz foul.
The Heat shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Really hasn't come together for them as a group in terms of free throw shooting, just around 70% on the season.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Well, when Dwayne Wade is able to stay healthy, he has proven he's still very effective. This guy is smart, he's decisive, and he can play at a high level.
Second free throw, no good. Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Took him no time at all on that one. O'Neal's got 16.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And here's Richardson. He's got 12. The layup missed.
2 minutes.
Korver against Winslow. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Heat. No good off the back of the rim. It's been all Jazz. O'Neal dishes to Korver. Shoots over Winslow. Korver kicks to Gobert. Here's Crowder. Got it. Good job in the low post. 10 points for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the paint. Here's Olynyk. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Gobert. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Miami shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Winslow. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
The shot, no good. O'Neal with the defensive effort. The drive by Gobert. 2 points, that one goes.
Well, Gobert inside, right? He has such a strong sense for when to take advantage of the skills he has at his disposal.
Gobert's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Passes it to Winslow. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Wade's got 13.
Well, that in-between game, right? How many years has Dwayne Wade had a feel and a knack for how and when to make that shot?
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. With the points he racked up that quarter, he has broken his season-high scoring mark already. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Dwayne Wade. Jones is out there with Haslam. Then it's Robinson. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Haslam, that's good. Haslam's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Miami. Allen drives in, lays it up, and banks it in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Utah, probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
Jones finds Wade. Clock at 6. Pass to Haslam. Shoots over Crowder, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Crafty move. He lays it in.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Double team on Wade. To the inside. The pass to Robinson. Not going to go that time. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Wade kicks to Haslam. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, This was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective.
Shooting for Utah.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Allen. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. In the corner, it's Robinson. Teardrop shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
From D-Wade.
Wade's got his 8th assist here tonight. Here's Crowder. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Wade passes to Haslam. Allen against Robinson. Tips it up. It's rebounded by Udo. And it's Utah's ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 20.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Wade, double team. Indoors last summer, we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay, I've recorded that comment. Derek Favors checked in for Jay Crowder. Both free throws good from Wade. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. 13 feet away. And there it is for him. 11 points for Derek Favors.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Haslam. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good by Favors.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Udo. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Allen. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Wade feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. Outside Robinson. Miami no good on that time either. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 20-4 run right now. Wade dishes to Haslam. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
The first free throw is good. James Johnson's checked in for Miami. Ellington comes in for Dwayne Wade. And a switcher also for Utah. Cephalosha's checked in. Utah calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
Need a project, one that could roll up and take that. I be in a like a pack of the horse dog. Me and the mall and get a ball on. That's a good zone. You got a bag, hold on. Why? Everybody get your roll on, and you loving that? That's a no. Why? You know I get around, big time and on the with that nappy sound. I be coming famous, and I love it. I got wanna be out in public in the Escalade with the showing up and down and up they going. Ooh, I'm ballin' like baby. These they wanna have my baby. Nah, I'm fresh like Manny. They can't stand me. I'm big time. I'm big time. Big time, man. Big time. Hey.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, so often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Ellington kicks to Robinson with his first shot attempt, and Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Robinson. And so Allen will bring it up for Utah. Here's Cephalosha. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
Heat moving the ball around. Jones, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Jones. Robinson against Allen. Jones for 3, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Here's Jones. Rebound, Utah. Udo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Allen. Basket, good. Allen's got 8 here in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Miami's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Robinson misses.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Count that one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Allen's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and You know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Heat. Josh Richardson comes in for Derek Jones. Then for the Jazz, Royce O'Neal comes in for Udo. And it's Exum in for Raul Neto. And he's good on the second. Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Exum. Chalk up 2 there.
Dante Exum, outstanding, absorbing the contact, just bullies his way with the defense.
The Heat shooting 47%, pretty solid. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded closely, stolen by Exum. By himself, and finished off by Exum.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. The Heat shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Johnson finds Jones, and Jones slams it in.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. O'Neal misses.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
And stolen by Cephalosha. Here's Exum. It doesn't go for him. And it's Miami the other way. Now, here's Richardson. That 3 off the mark. Cephalosha passes to Favors. Here's O'Neal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. O'Neal's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
O'Neal comes with the double team. Richardson with it. He kicks it to Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. The tray. Offensive rebound. Ellington the pass to Jones. And the rejection by Favors.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
Allen, that's good.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
And Miami shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Ellington, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And Kevin, I think as long as Derek Favors is in rhythm, you've got to get him the basketball. This is such a talented offensive player.
Here's Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Here's Favors.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And stolen by Favors.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Utah.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, guys, this guy has been a handful all night long. His scoring really propelled them. And no matter what the matchup was or what the scheme they tried to use, they could not keep this guy in check.
Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
It's been all Jazz. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout.
Hands up, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
For our Jordan player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Heat ball.
.24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. Made on the wing, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Cephalosha.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Olynyk. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
Well, Olynyk is such a long guy. Exceptional at using his body to get to the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
That free throw missing.
And you know, Kevin, Olynyk has proven to be an effective role player. This is a guy who's proven he's willing to do whatever it takes to get the win.
And he's good on the second. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Neto, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses.
2 shots, gentlemen.
He'll be shooting 2. And Miami called for the foul.
Shooting for Utah, Raul Neto. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Here's Richardson. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.